What's up, you guys? Hope you guys are having a good day. Thank you for clicking on my video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Today I wanted to talk about the effects social media has on relationships. And although it's not always a chipper type of conversation, but at times when it comes to relationships, it can be a pretty big influence in relationships. So I did some research and I wanted to tell you about how much it's evolved over the years with relationships today. Relationships today, from what I have been through, they're nothing like what you would experience with you when your grandmother and your grandfather have loved each other till death do you part. That is called monogamy. Choosing to spend one person for the rest of your life. And it could also be like a business, basically. You invest all your time, all of your life in this one person, and you become a team. I have you, you have me. So let's kick the world together. But unfortunately today, in this world, we don't actually have that sort of relationships in some people. We are actually one of the very few species as humans that practice monogamy, and there are very few of us. Then there is monogamy sociology. It's where you're being married to or in one sexual relationship with one person at a time. And this is part of what is our problem with today's society. The thought of being with one person and bouncing to the next person is actually a human thing. Like, that's what we were made to do. We make choices. The choices to be with one person and then be with the next one right after. It is a human error. We make these decisions. Everybody has a choice. But the consequences of your choice is what you have to deal with in life. And sometimes, whether the consequences are either good or bad, it makes you human. So, a lot of monogamy sociology goes on in social media. And I also want to say that with that, when you go, let's say, on Facebook, and one person has been with somebody for so long, and then the next thing they're with somebody else, and changing relationship status, it's very controversial. And sometimes a lot of people will judge you for being with one person after the next. And that is, but the whole point of that is, if you have a relationship with somebody that you have been with for a very long time, by being a monogamist, I tilt my hat off to you, because that is not always easy. Nowadays, you will not be able to find somebody who wants to work with you, who wants to build a life with you, and who wants to build your dreams with you and build a family when it comes to kids, and to stay in one family, because that seems like a far-fetched dream in the park with some people, because although you might have that idea in your mind that you want to be a monogamist and you want to stay with one true person in your lifetime, it doesn't always end that way. So when a monogamy sociology comes in play, I believe Facebook or Twitter or any of those other social medias that you have, it can all just disappear. Because let's say you are with somebody who you love to death. You can't imagine being your life without them, and they are your everything, and that is what is most important to you. But then one day you walk into, let's say, the dollar store, and you see somebody that is good looking. Our human species are basically built on beauty today. Beauty is what you might want, a little piece of what you see in that store, but it doesn't always mean that you go for it. Hence the reason why there's a lot of reasons why people always try to stretch out to bigger and better things. Or when you get the case as to when, let's say, a man or a woman decide that they are in a good relationship, but they want to spread their wings a little bit more, and they want to be involved with this person, and then they start sending messages to people that, you know, even though they're married, they're still trying to have this peace. And this is why trust is such a big issue in most relationships. And I believe you me, at one point or another, everybody has lied in their lifetime, whether it be a big lie or a little lie. But that is the main problem in most relationships. And I also want to come across to the point that if you have social media, you have a Facebook, you have Snapchat, you have all of this, and if you don't have the trust in this relationship, it's not going to work. Because people have to have that trust. You have to accept the fact that there is life, that the partner has a life, has friends, has people. And as long as that person isn't breaking your trust or sending messages behind your back, then there should be no problem. There should be no problem at all. So, this brings me down to another word, polygamy. And if you don't know what polygamy means, it means being with more than one person at a time. Hence the word cheating. Cheating is such a big thing. It really is. And in today's society, it's such a consistent thing. And people, it's becoming to a point now today that everybody hates cheating, but they don't want to do nothing about it. It's almost like lying. Everybody hates lying, but what they can do about it, some can do, is stop lying. And what others can do is be the best that they can be. Now, monogamy started back in BC, where you, because of religion and population control, basically saying that you were supposed to be with one person for the rest of your life. You're supposed to, all the marriage oath that you have, you're supposed to do this. But things have changed so much over the years that you find less people getting married and more people becoming a part of the polygamy. So it's all basically like a business. It's called sheeple error, and it's a herd behavior easily controlled by a governing power, which sheep, when they're herd, they go to it. We all listen. It's almost like Valentine's Day. When you're supposed to buy your significant other flowers, chocolates, all this. And if you don't buy these things, then you don't truly love that person. Wrong. If you were to be anything like me, you'd be sitting there thinking outside the box going, it's only the simple things in life that really matter to that special someone. Because when that happens, no money in the world at the end of the day, no things, none of that is going to matter. Because in the end, what matters most is the moment, the feelings that you have inside of you, your actions, what you prove to this person, that you love them for the rest of your life, and that you'd be willing to fight the world with this person by their side. That is the most greatest feeling in the world. That is, we have to do, I can't even, society has changed so much over the years, and when I thought about doing this video, I really wanted to reach out to people to take a step back and to look at the way sometimes Facebook or, all this social media basically can affect your life. Because with that being said, it's options. It's options in your relationship. And if your relationship is in a downfall, then social media is not the way to go. Because with that being said, at the end of the day, nobody on Facebook, nobody on Snapchat, nobody on Instagram is going to be there for you. Except for the one person that you are supposed to be with for the rest of your life. Whether you choose to stay with this person is on you. Whether you choose to stay in a relationship with somebody that could potentially hurt you mentally or physically, that is on you. Whether you're in a relationship with a person that absolutely loves you and wants to work things with you, no matter what it is, that is something worth holding. That is something worth keeping. Because at the end of the day, you have that person. And I would say, if I was in a position like that, I'd say that's my person. And we've been through everything together, no matter what the circumstance was. And my message to you today is, don't let social media overrule your life. It is not worth it. It really isn't. Keep your close friends by. And don't let the world make the decisions to your ulterior motives of being in a good relationship. And I get at the end of the day that, when most relationships do not last. I have once been asked, how did you deal with heartbreak? And all I can say is that heartbreak is basically the worst thing in the world to deal with, especially dealing with it alone. When you have given your all to somebody and they don't give it back, and one day it just all ends just like that, you're gonna dwell on it. You're gonna be depressed. You're not gonna want to get out of bed. You're not gonna want to do things. But the best advice I can give to you from what I've done is basically keep your head busy and keep your head up, because eventually things will get better, and focus on you. And that is the best way to go about the next relationship in your life. Do what you have to do for you to make things better, so your next relationship, no matter what the outcome is, you better yourself, and you love yourself, and you find peace with whatever God you believe in, or have faith, because faith is what gets us through our days, and faith is what's going to keep us going. So, after it took me literally 10 months to get over somebody, but a few months to myself, but my kids, they kept me going, and recognizing that I am better than the darkness that is taking over me, this demon that is just making me want to wallow in self-pity. So one day I just woke up, put on my makeup, and I said, guess what, I'm gonna be okay. I have to be okay. And then I looked like crap, and I needed to move on with my life. But the most important thing after a breakup is basically getting back to you. Because after we basically put our all into somebody, and they automatically leave us like we were just nothing, it's not the end of the world. It's not. It may feel like it, but it isn't. So, put on a smile. And sometimes, society is made to make you believe you need to fake it till you make it. No. Give in to those feelings, because if you don't give in to those feelings now, depression or anything else like that, you're going to take it on to the next person. And you don't want to do that. So take your alone time. Do you. And figure out what you can do to better yourself. Basically, that's all I got to say about that. And I just know that with heartbreak, it's the worst feeling ever, because every bone in your body just hurts. And you just don't want to live on. And it sucks. It really does. But you know what they say. You always learn from one relationship to the next. We learn from every challenge that happens in our lives. Every heartbreak is a lesson. I believe. But anyways, I'm ready. Keeping you guys. So basically, this is what I have found out. There's pros and cons to everything. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching my vlog. And honestly, I just wanted to do this to show some people who are feeling the same way that they're not alone. And I get it. I absolutely get it. And I hope that one day you'll be okay. And you will be. You just have to do you. You have to be you. Because in the end of the day, you have yourself. No matter what life throws at you. Or in this case, if you are in a breakup and you have kids, you have yourself and you have your kids. If you don't know what the meaning of unconditional love is, take a look at your kids and they'll show you. Thanks for watching.